When you think of electric cars, what comes to mind? A sleek Tesla? A compact Nissan Leaf? Now, consider this. What if I told you that for a fraction of the cost of these popular EVs, you could drive an electric car packed with tech that matches the price of a motorcycle? Enter the Renault Kwid EV, a game changer in the world of budget-friendly electric vehicles. A game changer for city mobility. The Renault Kwid has long been recognized as an affordable car that doesn't compromise on style. When Renault launched the Kwid in India back in 2015, it was a breath of fresh air. Designed as a small, rugged SUV-inspired hatchback, the Kwid struck a chord with buyers across emerging markets. But things really shifted in 2019 when the electric version of the Kwid, the Renault City KZE, hit the Chinese market. With prices starting at less than $8,700 after incentives, this little EV has set a new benchmark for affordability. Now, let's be real here. The Tesla Model 3, with its $38,990 price tag, and even the Nissan Leaf at around $29,990, may seem like dreams to many aspiring EV drivers, especially in markets like India and China. But the Kwid EV flips the script. With the price starting as low as about $9,581, it's making electric cars accessible to a whole new segment of the population. And that's what makes it special. It's not just about bringing down the cost. It's about democratizing electric mobility. The EV that looks as good as it drives. You might wonder, what do I actually get for less than $10,000? Quite a lot, actually. The Kwid EV doesn't skimp on looks or functionality. Borrowing the rugged design language of its internal combustion engine sibling, the Kwid EV sports an SUV-like stance that's further accentuated by features like split headlamps with LED daytime running lights. In fact, when the Kwid EV debuted, it introduced a facelift for the entire ICE-powered Kwid lineup in 2019, setting the bar for stylish city cars. And while some might scoff at the idea of a budget EV, Renault has made sure that the Kwid EV holds its own with advanced features for its price. For starters, it offers a 26.8 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery, paired with a front-mounted 33 kilowatt electric motor. Sure, it's not winning any drag races, but for urban driving, this setup is more than enough. The front-wheel drive system allows for zippy performance through city streets, and the car's lightweight design makes it a nimble, agile ride. Plus, the inclusion of C-shaped LED taillights and alloy wheels gives the Kwid EV a modern, polished look. Charging and range. Range anxiety might be a thing for some EV owners, but the Kwid EV has been designed with city dwellers in mind. With a range of 271 kilometers on the NEDC cycle, this EV is perfect for everyday commuting. Now, if you're wondering how that translates in real-world conditions, you can expect a more practical range of about 160 kilometers based on EPA estimates. This is more than enough for the daily grind of city driving. Charging the Kwid EV is also surprisingly quick for such an affordable model. Using a DC fast charger, you can go from 0% to 80% charge in just 50 minutes. That's a lunch break or a quick stop at the mall. For those using a standard household outlet, it takes around 4 hours to fully charge. Not bad for a budget EV, right? Safety. First, a mixed record. Safety ratings have been a point of contention for the Renault Kwid, especially in its Indian variant. Back in 2016, the Indian Kwid faced significant criticism after earning a 0-star rating for adult occupants and 2 stars for infants in the global NCAP tests. Ouch. It wasn't alone in this. Other competitors like the Suzuki Alto and Hyundai Eon fared similarly. However, Renault didn't just brush this off. In response to mounting concerns, Renault introduced a version with a driver's airbag that earned a slightly better 1-star rating for adult occupants. While that's still not stellar, it's a step in the right direction. The 2-airbag version tested for Africa in 2020 earned 2 stars for both adult and infant protection, which aligns with older NCAP protocols but shows improvement nonetheless. Interestingly, the Brazilian-built Kwid EV version did significantly better. In 2017, it earned 3 stars in the Latin NCAP tests, showcasing a higher safety standard in some international markets. The improvements continued in the European market when Renault re-engineered the Kwid EV, now branded as the Dacia Spring Electric for Europe, meeting stricter safety standards with features like 6 airbags and a reinforced chassis. The rise of the Dacia Spring Electric in Europe. Speaking of Europe, Renault's budget-friendly Dacia brand brought the Kwid EV, rebranded as the Dacia Spring Electric, to the continent in 2021. With a reinforced chassis and extra safety features like 6 airbags, it's tailored to meet European regulations. Its powertrain has been slightly tweaked to include a 27.4 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery, delivering a range of 230 kilometers on the WLTP cycle. At its European debut, the Spring Electric was the cheapest EV on the market, starting at around $22,104 in France. After subsidies, this dropped to around $16,137, making it an attractive option for budget-conscious drivers. This competitive pricing made the Dacia Spring Electric the second most popular electric car exported from China in 2021, right behind the Tesla Model 3. And while it's not going to be the fastest EV on the road with its 33 kilowatt motor, it's perfect for those short city trips. Plus, Dacia launched an extreme version of the Spring in 2023, equipped with a more powerful 48 kilowatt motor. The range is slightly reduced to 220 kilometers, but it's still an affordable and practical option for European buyers. Dongfeng's badged versions. Renault's joint venture with Dongfeng in China has led to the development of multiple Kwid EV variants. For instance, the Venucia E30 and Aeolus EX1 are essentially badge-engineered versions of the City KZE. While they share the same basic powertrain and design, each version caters to different market segments. The Aeolus EX1, first introduced at the 2019 Chengdu Auto Show, is another example of a budget-friendly EV with a price range of $9,813 to $11,215. It offers the same 33 kilowatt electric motor as the City KZE, but has undergone some cosmetic changes to appeal to local buyers. In 2022, a new version called the Dongfeng Nano Box was introduced, taking some design cues from the City KZE, but with more unique plastic molded components for a fresh look. Despite sharing the same engine, the Nanobox boasts an impressive 331 kilometer range under the Chinese test cycle, an appealing feature for budget EV buyers. Dacia Spring 2024. Think of it as the little sibling of the Renault Kwid, but with a fully electric heart. It's compact, nimble, and ideal for city driving, offering an easy, stress-free experience behind the wheel. With a 26.8 kilowatt-hour battery pack, you get 2 power options: 44 horsepower or 65 horsepower, both providing more than enough torque to handle everyday tasks. You can expect a solid range of around 200 to 300 kilometers, depending on how you drive, which is great for those daily commutes or city adventures. When it comes to the front design, it has a very familiar Kwid vibe. Inside, the Dacia Spring keeps things simple and straightforward. You get all the essentials without any of the fuss: a basic infotainment screen with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, decent boot space, and enough room for 2 adults to sit comfortably in the back. The ride is smooth and quiet, thanks to good insulation, and there's even some smart tech like regenerative braking. It's not a luxury car by any means, but it's got everything you need to make the switch to electric driving without breaking the bank. Will the Kwid EV reach the West? Now, you might be wondering, when will the Kwid EV reach my market? The Renault Kwid E-Tech Electric finally made its way to Brazil in 2022. This version of the Kwid EV comes with a more powerful 48 kilowatt motor, slightly higher than the 33 kilowatt motor found in the Chinese version. It weighs 977 kilograms, making it a little heavier than the ICE version, but still light enough to carry 4 people comfortably. In Latin America, Kwid E-Tech Electric has started expanding into other markets, bringing affordable electric mobility to a region that has been slow to adopt EVs. With Brazil as a major launchpad, Renault has made it clear that they see the Kwid EV as a key player in the global shift to electric vehicles. The EV revolution starts here. The Renault Kwid EV is more than just a budget car. It's a symbol of how far the electric vehicle industry has come in making sustainable transportation accessible. As more countries push for stricter emissions regulations, small, affordable EVs like the Kwid will play a crucial role in ensuring that people from all walks of life can transition to cleaner mobility. Sure, it might not have the ludicrous acceleration of a Tesla, but it's not trying to. The Kwid EV is here to serve the everyday driver, the person who commutes to work, runs errands, and wants a car that's easy to maintain without breaking the bank. So, what do you think? Could this be the EV that changes the game for you? Does the idea of driving an electric car for the price of a motorcycle sound too good to be true? The Renault Kwid EV is proving that you don't have to spend a fortune to drive the future. And with its expanding global presence, it's only a matter of time before more drivers can experience this budget-friendly revolution. So, that's everything about the Renault Kwid Electric. It's an exciting little car that could make a big impact. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, stay safe, wear your seatbelt, and drive carefully. See you in the next video.